that the level of stupid that I just had to receive
wants me to sit down, grovel on my knees, and be like, "I'm so sorry, Mr. Yamato."
You make a bad poll, you make a bad call, that's on you.
That is the most arrogant statement on the planet, bro.
The whole story of Kai's so-called school project in Nigeria has taken a wild turn. At first, he was presenting himself as the next big philanthropist, talking about opening schools in Makoko, one of Lagos' toughest slums. The speeches were inspiring, the hype was massive, and Kai positioned himself as a savior figure. But when reality set in, well, things looked very different. A viral video recently surfaced of a YouTuber visiting the exact area where Kai promised to build schools. Instead of construction, classrooms, or even signs of progress, what he found were the same struggling communities, with kids still learning in broken, overcrowded rooms. No new facilities, no real development, just another dream on paper that never translated into action. Meeting with locals made the truth even harder to ignore. One community leader explained how his schools already struggle to house 300 children, many of them orphans who even sleep inside the classrooms because they have nowhere else to go. Their buildings are collapsing, yet they still fight to provide education with the little they have. Now here's the part that really hits. While those kids are sleeping on classroom floors, Kai has no issue flexing six-figure jewelry, bragging about luxury gear, or dropping hundreds of thousands on flashy stunts. But when it comes to actually helping the very people he claimed he'd support, silence. Even when Merbeast launched his Team Water campaign to fight preventable diseases in Africa, other creators like Audine Ross and XQC gave huge donations. Kai, on the other hand, didn't even acknowledge it. The hypocrisy only gets worse. Leaked conversations show Audine literally begging Kai to at least donate some of the money he already owed XQC to charity. That way, Kai could clear his debt and do some good at the same time. But instead of stepping up, Kai blocked numbers, dodged accountability, and acted like the whole thing never happened. Even people close to him like Phantom, a longtime friend, have spoken out, saying Kai is impossible to work with off-camera, his ego making him dismissive and arrogant. And then came old clips resurfacing of him bragging about never tipping DoorDash drivers. Again, the same pattern, generous when the spotlight is on, but nowhere to be found when it's time to genuinely help. The bottom line is simple. You can't build your brand on being a philanthropist and then vanish when people are counting on you. Kai has no problem spending millions on fireworks or designer bags, but when it comes to honoring promises to kids in slums, there's nothing. That's not philanthropy, it's PR. It's using people's struggles as props for clout. Who stepped up? It's history in the making. Big names lined up to help: Logan Paul, Trainwreck, FaZe Banks, even Aden Ross, who, for all his drama, didn't hesitate to drop hundreds of thousands. He even went on record saying if Kai donated for $100,000, he'd personally match it with another for $100,000. That's leadership. That's accountability. Meanwhile, Kai's name was nowhere. No donation, no shout-out, not even a casual mention. And that's what makes it sting. Kai has no problem burning stacks on fireworks, flexing ice, or trashing gear for content, but when it's about literally saving lives, suddenly he's silent. Priorities speak louder than words. Then you cut to his trip in Nigeria, walking through overcrowded classrooms where kids not only study but sleep because they've got nowhere else to go. The walls are crumbling, the roof is falling in, yet the community is still pushing forward with the little they have. They weren't asking for a flex, they were asking for help. And instead of delivering, Kai turned their struggles into content. That's the ugly truth people are waking up to. Success didn't change Kai, it just magnified who he's always been. Every flashy purchase, every hollow promise, every fake good deed gets replayed now as proof of hypocrisy. And when people start saying the world is healing just because Kai hate is trending again, that's not just controversy, that's a narrative shift. He's not the hero anymore, he's the villain of his own story. When your critics aren't just clowning you, but actually accusing you of corrupting an entire generation of viewers with your example, that's way bigger than one scandal. That's legacy damage. And right now, Kai's legacy looks like broken promises, ego, and wasted potential.